Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Learn English with Rebels. I am so happy you are here today. I'm Emma.
And I'm Daniel. Hello to all our friends watching and listening from every corner of the world. Today, we are not just learning words, we are telling a true story.
That's right. Sometimes to understand the world, we need to look at history. Today's story is about two countries, Iran and the United States.
Many people look at the news today and they think, oh, these two countries were always enemies. They never liked each other.
But, rebels, if you look at history, that is not true. A long time ago, these two countries were actually very close. They were friends. Some people even say they were like lovers in politics.
So what happened? How did friends become enemies? Today, we will go slow, use simple words, and tell you this big story step by step.
And before we start, if you want to get better at English and learn about the world, please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon.
Welcome to Learn English with Rebels, the podcast where Emma and Daniel help you learn English step by step. Simple tips, short lessons, and real conversations to keep you motivated. Let's get started and have fun learning English together. Learn, speak, repeat, repeat!
Part 1. A very old empire, 2,500 years ago. Let's start at the very beginning. We need to talk about Iran. Daniel, did you know that Iran is one of the oldest countries in the entire world?
Yes. Iranian people have lived on that land for thousands and thousands of years. Some historians say their history goes back 5,000 or even 7,000 years.
That is amazing. About 2,500 years ago, Iran built one of the first big empires in history. An empire is a very large country that controls many other lands.
At that time, the Persian Empire, which is the old name for Iran, controlled almost half of the known world. But Emma, there was something very special about this empire.
Tell us, Daniel, what was different?
They ruled with tolerance. This is a beautiful word. Tolerance means respecting people who are different from you.
In the Persian Empire, people had different religions and different cultures, but the king, Cyrus the Great, allowed them to live freely. He did not force them to be the same.
This idea was so powerful that many centuries later, the leaders of the United States learned from it. Some ideas in the U.S. Constitution were actually inspired by Cyrus the Great.
Part 2. World War II, the 1940s.
Now, let's jump forward in time. Let's look at the 1940s. This was the time of World War II.
Iran was in a very important location. It was like a bridge between different parts of the world. Because of this location, big countries like Britain and the Soviet Union entered Iran.
They wanted to control the roads and the oil. They even forced the old king of Iran to leave his own country. It was a very hard time for the Iranian people.
During this difficult time, a new country arrived in Iran, the United States. For many Iranians, America looked very different from Britain or Russia.
America did not look like a colonizer. A colonizer is a country that stays in another land to steal its power or money. To Iranians in 1940, America looked modern, helpful, and friendly. They thought, maybe this new friend will help us stay free.
But then the world changed again. After World War II, the Cold War started.
The Cold War was a time of tension. There was no direct fighting, but there was a lot of fear. On one side was the USA, and on the other was the Soviet Union.
America was very afraid of an idea called communism. In communism, the government controls everything, the factories, the land, and the money. America did not want Iran to become a communist country.
In the 1950s, Iran had a leader named Mohammad Mossadegh. He was very popular, but the United States feared that he might move Iran too close to the Soviet Union.
Because of this fear, the U.S. supported a coup in 1953. A coup is when you remove a government by force.
Mossadegh was removed, and the young king, the Shah, returned to power. After this moment, Iran and the U.S. became the best of friends.
Learn, speak, repeat, repeat.
For the next 20 years, the relationship was very strong. We call these the golden years.
America sent technology to Iran. Iranian companies built big hotels, modern factories, and even new cities.
And the people moved between the countries too. Thousands of Iranian students went to study in American universities. If you went to a university in California or Texas in 1975, you would see many Iranian students.
And Iranian pilots trained in the U.S. to fly the best airplanes. Iran was America's closest ally, its strongest partner in the Middle East.
The two countries were like a team. They shared secrets, they shared business, and they shared a future. But, Daniel, even when things look perfect on the outside, sometimes there are problems on the inside.
You were right, Emma. Under the surface, many Iranians were unhappy. One problem was inflation. Inflation means that the price of bread, eggs, and houses goes up very fast, but people's salaries stay the same.
There was also corruption. This means people in power steal money or use it in the wrong way.
Many people felt tired of one man ruling everything forever. They wanted more freedom. By the end of 1978, millions of people were protesting in the streets. They wanted the king to leave.
Now we reach 1979, the year of the Iranian Revolution. This is a very controversial part of the story. In the U.S., President Jimmy Carter made a very big decision.
He didn't just watch the protests. Actually, President Carter decided to support the protesters. He stopped supporting the king because he wanted a change.
That's right. The U.S. government helped the religious groups take power. They made a massive miscalculation. Remember that word? A miscalculation is a serious mistake in judgment.
The U.S. thought, if the king leaves, a religious government will be easier to handle. It will be temporary, and then maybe a democracy will grow.
But they were completely wrong. The new government was not temporary at all. Instead of a democracy, they built a system that was like a religious communism.
Exactly. The government took control of almost everything, just like in communism, but with a religious face. And instead of moving toward elections, they created a system where the leader stays in power for life.
The U.S. helped remove one king, but they accidentally helped build a new, even stronger government that would rule forever. And this new government did not want to be friends with America.
Then something happened that broke the friendship forever. In late 1979, the American embassy in Tehran was attacked.
American workers were taken. For 444 days, the world watched the news every night. This moment destroyed the trust between the two countries.
The lovers became enemies. The U.S. stopped all business with Iran. They closed the doors and turned away.
Hey Rebels, welcome to Learn English with Rebels, the podcast where Emma and Daniel help you learn English step by step. Simple tips, short lessons, and real conversations to keep you motivated. Let's get started and have fun learning English together. Learn, speak, repeat, repeat!
For many years, the U.S. used sanctions. Sanctions are a type of economic punishment. America said if you don't change your behavior, we will not buy your oil and we will not let you use our banks.
The goal was to make Iran weak so it would change. But history is full of surprises.
Because Iran could not work with America, it moved closer to America's rivals, China and Russia.
China started buying Iranian oil very cheaply. This helped China grow into a giant superpower. While America lost its influence in Iran, China moved in.
So, what is the lesson of this story? Today, the United States faces a very hard truth.
It is a story of a lost opportunity. America lost a friend and a partner that it had for decades. And, as we discussed, by using sanctions, the U.S. accidentally helped its own rivals, like China and Russia, become much stronger in the region.
It's a complicated world, Rebels. Now the big question for the future remains. Will these two countries ever talk again? Will they ever find a way to be partners, or is conflict the only future for Iran and the USA?
History has not answered that question yet, but you, our rebels, are learning how to understand these big stories in English, and that is a great start.
Before we go, if you enjoyed this history lesson, please subscribe to our channel right now. We have many more stories about history, culture, and life coming very soon.
And don't forget to like this video. It really helps our channel reach more people who want to learn English. If you have a friend who is interested in history, please share this episode with them.
Also, make sure to hit that bell icon. When you do that, you will be the first to know when we release our next episode.
Thank you for listening to this long and important story. We hope you learned some powerful new words today, like empire, tolerance, miscalculation, and sanctions.
Keep practicing, keep asking questions, and keep your heart open to learning. We will see you in the next episode where we go back to our grammar journey.
Stay strong, stay curious, and stay a rebel.
Bye, Rebels!
Bye for now.